Yo, what's up guys? Ashalot here. Welcome back to the channel guys, and welcome to another Zuru update if it comes through Destiny 2. We are right now, to be precisely, on the Nissus, on the Watcher's grave like usually. Completely on the top area right here. And on top of the tree branch where he always likes to be, like we know where Zuru is always going to be. So, what we have this week if it comes to Zuru itself, and an update with our channel itself. For those who are new to the channel, welcome. It's always nice to meet new people. It's always nice to meet new fellows and new family members. We have, of course, the Crimson. The Crimson is a very good weapon, especially if you're a newer player and don't have a very decent or just generally a very powerful hand cannon. The Crimson is definitely a very good weapon to have. Then we have, of course, the Gemini Jester for the Hunter set, with a staggering 68 points, higher mobility, lower resilience. Can be quite interesting for specific build if you're trying to boost your mobility a little bit higher. For example, you have sets that already is high on resilience and other recovery and discipline, and you just need a mobility a little bit more ump. That can be quite of a good set to have, just to give that little oomph into your overall stats mechanics. Then you have for the helmet of the Titan itself, our Titan warriors out here. We have, of course, the helmet of Saint 14 with a staggering 68. Unfortunately, it has a little bit too much on the intelligence side. Strength is very good, especially in PvP. You can knock the shit out of people with high strength. So it's quite interesting to have, but fortunately, the intelligence is way too high for us tanks to have. Would have been better if that intelligence would have been go to discipline, then you have a perfect stat roll. Overall, a 68 across the board, very good to have a form of just stats numberation when it comes to these helmets. They have a 67 and insane rolls. We have really high numbers of rolls. Same thing, a little bit too much strength. Recovery is on the high side. That's truly unfortunate. You should have less strength, high resilience, high discipline, and the PvE aspect as well to truly make this helmet a decent helmet for Warlock itself. Overall, not bad, but let me know in the comments down below your thoughts about these legendary sets this week. For our exotic sets, for our legendary weapons, we have, of course, the Tears of Constitutions with, of course, auto-load holster and mulligan. Not bad, not an OP roll. Non-retrieval, just a weapon that comes back quite recently with surplus and focus fury. Not bad neither. And Death Aider with Feeding Frenzy and Disruption. It's not a bad roll. Defending Whisperer, removing target and auto-loading holster. Not bad neither. Tarnished Metal with Demolition of Focus Fury. It's not bad neither. And retrofits, of course, you have Feeding Frenzy and Frenzy, and just generally not a bad roll. It's not an OP roll, but it's definitely not a bad roll neither. And then you have, of course, the high impact frame, surplus, and frenzy for the code dulo. All of these weapons are good and okay to the decent part. None of them are god rolls, but few of them are quite weapons you may take in your arsenal. I will not directly say this weapon you take, because I personally find every single one of them just meh, just generally. But if you find a weapon, for example, another feedback, you think these weapons are actually much better, say Ashalot, you're actually wrong on that aspect. Let me know your take. If you think these weapons are really, let's say, OP or whatsoever, maybe another feedback you have or another thoughts about these weapons, let us know in the comments down below. It's always nice to hear different type of thoughts. But for me, they're all meh. Then you have, of course, the Substitute Alloy, the Vex gear sets. One of my favorites, of course, in making different form of builds. And generally we have a 64 on the boots itself, too much intelligence. A 66 itself, a little bit low on the resilience, but very high in the recovery. Can be quite interesting in making a specific build. The chest area with a 65, way too much high in mobility. And the arm pieces with a 65 itself, high focus himself and recovery and a discipline. Okay roll, but definitely not a god roll. But if you do not have this set, I do recommend you to take the set and put it, of course, in your inventory, because it's very cool sets to have, and just generally. And then, of course, you have the one and only Hawkmoon, one of the favorite guns, and this in PvE and in PvP as well. And it has of course, the texture grip, Rangefinder, Alloyed Magazine, and Corkscrew Rifling. A decent roll, not a god roll, but definitely a very much a decent roll. And then marks, of course, the end of the showcase, of course, of this beautiful showcase of XUR within Kalunga Games. I'm your host, Yashalod Memnon. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe yourself. Give me your thoughts and feedbacks down below what you think of this week of XUR. Good, bad, positive, and general feedback may help other players as well. It's always nice to hear. All the feedback is positive. Also, thank you very much, and see you, of course, on the live stream doing Iron Banner, the Trials of Osiris, and on the rest of the things we do in the channel itself, the trials, whatever. Hope I can see every single one of you there. And of course, like always, one love only. Peace.